Hey guys, it's Dorian. Today is January 2nd. It's about 3:45 in the morning, and I know I should be asleep, but I'm just in a really good mood, and I figured I'd make another update because right now I am approximately 4 months and half a week on T, but I am most likely going to be preoccupied come this Friday, which is my next shot day, so I figured I would make up the update ahead of time. So transition. Not a whole lot of other changes so far. It's basically just more peach fuzz, scruff, longer hairs, darker stash. My leg hair is still going crazy. My happy trail is becoming more defined. My voice is changing for sure. I didn't really realize how much until I went and replayed a few of my previous videos, and it was crazy because I hadn't really noticed much of a change until I really got to compare the two side to side. I know I mentioned before in a couple videos that I really need to start working out, not just because I'm a little blubbery, but because the doctor's appointment that I had, they said that my bad cholesterol was a little high, and so it would be beneficial for next checkup that it be lower, so I need to start eating more healthily and exercise a bit. But on the plus side, I have noticed that despite not really working out too much, I've gone jogging a couple times, but I haven't really lifted any weights. My arms, I feel so bad because I feel like I don't deserve it, but like they're starting to get much more toned and defined. You can't tell, you can see a little bit, but I really have these definition lines on my arms, and so I can just be like, hey, there it is, yeah, and feel very vain. But it's really cool. So even without encouraging muscle growth much actively, the testosterone is doing its thing. That much aside, that's pretty much all that's happened. Aside from my mood just generally improving, all the things that you would expect from finally starting to feel more like yourself. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is my winter break, which is why I've been in such a good mood lately, I think. I made the wise decision of taking a couple weeks off using some PTO that I had accrued, and it's just been awesome. It's been really awesome. I've had basically nothing to occupy my time in terms of school or work, so I've just been reading a lot and watching movies and catching up with friends that I don't get to see during the school year very often because we're so busy. And that's been really nice. Everyone's been really supportive and sort of mentioning, the chin hairs and how much deeper my voice is, and it's nice to see people starting to get on board with this idea and really just seeing how happy I am. Also, my dad just came into town today, which is awesome because my brother and I live here in Tucson and he lives in Vermont. So we don't get to see him that often, but he's going to be here for just a little over a week. And it's awesome. We're going to be chilling and hanging out, before having to go back to reality and school and whatnot. But it's also been pretty cool because my dad's pretty supportive of my transition. He hasn't really had any major problems. But we've spoken over the phone only a couple times, and he mentioned each time, that it was noticeable how much my voice was changing for him. But it's good that he's in town and he can physically see some of the changes so that he starts getting a mental picture of what his son, who his son is and what he looks like and all that. It'll make it easier for him, to switch pronouns and whatnot down the road. So I'm really excited just to hang out, my dad and my little bro for the next week or so. Otherwise, back to the New Year's plans, I guess. I got to hang out with a bunch of theater major friends that I haven't seen in a little over a whole semester, which was really awesome. And the party was masquerade themed, but I didn't really have any fancy kind of ball masks or anything, so my friend who I was gonna hitch a ride with, I had the idea that we could wear those masks that have the fake glasses and the nose and the fake mustache and just like tie them to a stick. And I was really excited for that, but unfortunately we started running late and the store was closed by the time that we got there. So I was a little bummed about that. But when we arrived to the party, they had this huge basket of really professionally made and beautiful masquerade masks. So I just tried on a ton of them, and I wore different ones throughout the night, and people were constantly confused as to who I am or who I was, because I was wearing a different mask. It was super fun. Played a lot of beer pong, watched the ball drop, and just had lots of laughs. So I hope that you all had a really great New Year's as well, and a great Christmas, and any other, whatever holiday that you are celebrating. I don't have a whole lot else to talk about right now because I really, really should be sleeping. But I just wanted to sort of get that out. It's been a really great couple of weeks, and the transition's going great, life's going great, and yeah, it's going great. So I guess I'll make another video in a couple weeks, or I'll just make a little update on Friday if I have time. In the meantime, peace.